Welcome back to Wildlife Wednesday. Today we're talking about one of the most dangerous things for injured and orphaned animals: stress. Human-caused stress is one of the top reasons an animal dies on intake at a rehabilitation center. As humans, we sometimes have trouble understanding what may be stressful to a wild animal, and in our attempts to help them, we often end up doing more harm than good. I'm here at the Montana Wild Rehabilitation Center to see what a rescue might look like from the perspective of an animal.
So imagine that you're, out in the field and you've hurt your leg and you can't get away, and this huge predator comes in and it picks you up and it takes you and it shows you off to its family, and they're all growling and making all these noises and you can't understand a word that they're saying. And then they're poking at you where you're hurt and you're totally terrified and don't know what's going on or if you're gonna die. So it would be really stressful and terrifying for any animal in that situation.
The three responses that animals have to stressful situations are fight, flight, or freeze.
Freeze is the most likely response we're going to see when an injured animal or orphaned animal, because they can't fight and they can't flee. We tend to project our emotions onto them and think that this calm behavior means they're bonding with us or they're feeling safe or comforted by our presence, when in reality, they're freaking out underneath and scared.
The reality is, animals with severe injuries rarely survive, even with human intervention. Leaving them in the wild is often less stressful than attempting to catch them. In the unique case that an animal is a good candidate for rehabilitation and release, there are steps you can take to reduce stress and increase their chances of survival.
So if you've called your local wildlife rehab center and they've told you to bring the bird or animal into the center, then there's a few things that you can do to minimize the stress. One of them is to keep the area that they're in nice and dark. So cardboard boxes or crates that are covered with a towel are the best thing to use for transport. The other thing to do is to not talk around that animal or look at it or give it any food or water unless instructed by the wildlife rehabilitation center you spoke with.
In the end, good observations and a call to your local wildlife center will help keep more animals in the wild where they belong.